What is going on, everybody? This is Jay here from Maji and Jay. Today bringing you another unboxing here of a replica, which is something that you guys truly enjoy here from my channel according to the views. And we have another iPhone 10 replica. As you guys know, about 2.5 weeks ago or 3 weeks, I did unbox and gave you the hands-on here of the first replica of the iPhone 10, in which it wasn't truly a one-to-one. Well, the body was, but not the screen. So now we have a true one-to-one replica here according to my source. And as you guys can tell here on the left hand side, I have the real box that has been opened. This is the iPhone 10 a space gray model that I got here from T-Mobile. And on the right side, apparently according to this box, I have the silver color of the Goophone X. This is the fake version of the iPhone 10. And starting here from the box, well, they are almost identical, with the exception that the quality here of this picture looks a lot better than the quality of the replica according to the colors and all the details. I mean, maybe the camera, you can see it as it is identical, but when you see it in real life, you can tell the differences right away. This one is a little bit more washed out. On the side here, we have the iPhone logos located on the same position with the same fonts. And on the back side here, we have the stickers giving us all the specifications of these two devices. Now this one is absolutely fake, because first of all, we don't have 256 gigabytes of internal memory. It comes with 16, and I believe this one has 2 gigabytes of RAM. And on the other hand, we have the real one. This one comes with 64 gigabytes of internal memory. And on the bottom side here, we have all the information for both of the devices. Just look at how well they made it this time, to where all the barcodes are matching perfectly well. So this is very, very scary, guys, because they are getting better and better. Now, something they can't seem to get right is the wrapping. As you guys know, the original iPhone 10 does have like a little pull tab, and it comes off very easily. This one looks very sloppy made, as you guys can tell here from the top side. And by the way, guys, I held all my temptations to open it, and I just left it here for this video. So let me go ahead and open the fake one here. So even with the wrapper removed, the colors still look washed out. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but they are not perfect, even though they have the same size and everything. So let me go ahead and open here the fake one. The box is a little bit harder to slide off. There we go. And here we have the manuals, what appears to be. Okay, they never come with the Apple stickers, unfortunately. We do have the SIM popper here, and then it says hello on this side, and that's pretty much it. I think they came backwards. And yes, guys, apparently we do have here the silver color edition. You can see it here from the back side. Let me go ahead and remove this film that came on the back side of it, and voila, there it is. They were covering the Apple logos. They had the dual cameras on here. Now, something about Goophone, when they make their devices, is that they usually include this film around the metal frame. So that gives us the indication that this was truly made by Goophone. And by now, they don't call themselves Goophone anymore. They're just a factory sitting somewhere in Shenzhen, China, who knows where exactly. And they secretly still make these devices. So this time, this film is a little bit easier to remove than on other devices. So there we go, guys. We have removed the entire film out of here. On the front side, we have a screen protector. Now, even though, let me see, maybe it could be wrong, this doesn't appear to have the little notch here on the top side, just like on the real iPhone 10. Okay, and I'm talking about this black piece on the top side. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and hopefully have some power on this device. And actually we do have it, but it's going to be located on the screen. So I guess they put like maybe a piece of tape or something on the screen just to make it look like it does have it. But you guys can see that the space is entirely different so far here. You can notice it. The screen is smaller. We also have a bigger chin on the bottom side. So I would say this is not a perfect one-to-one. And on the top side here, we have the 2 megapixel sensor camera, the ear speaker, the proximity and light sensor. Towards the bottom, we have the lightning port with the loudspeaker and the microphone. On the left hand side, we got the volume rockers up and down with the silent switch. And the silent switch, it looks a little bit crooked. I'm not sure if you guys can see that right there, but it doesn't look straight at all. But anyways, it does work. I already felt it. On the top here, we don't have anything whatsoever. and on the right side we have the big power key with the same tray, and that's pretty much it. So now here we have the front side of the device, and that was a quick startup. And as you guys can tell, it's not prompting me here to do the initial setup like we see on the real deal. Also, it says on the bottom, press home to open, so that's definitely a software glitch. They haven't made it exactly the same, so it is very likely that they use the ROM from the iPhone 7, I'm assuming, or maybe from the first generation, because they didn't know if it was going to have a virtual home button or what was the case. But anyways, let me just click on here and go home. Alright guys, so here we have them side by side, and let's go ahead and start here by comparing the mail application. This is for all your emails, and you guys can see that this one comes with some Chinese stuff on here, something that we will not see on the real iPhone 10. We have calendars, and we have here photos. Everything seems to be very similar. Look at the cameras. Let's go ahead and open it here just to compare. You guys can see that the quality doesn't look that bad. Let me just go ahead and change it here to videos. I mean, the quality on the real one is of course amazing and very smooth. That's because we have optical image stabilization. However, on the fake one, it is very choppy, but the quality doesn't seem so bad. I mean, I think it's a little bit overexposed, to be honest with you guys, but that's about it. And this is very surprising. Just look on the top side, everything looks so similar here to the real iPhone 10. Let's go ahead and move here to photos. The same thing, just look on the top. You have the live photo option on here. We have HDR, the flash is on here towards the bottom. We can even zoom in. Now it doesn't say if you are zooming in 2 times or not. It just zooms in by itself, so I don't think this is a real feature. Next we got portrait on here. Again, very similar, with the exception that, well, on the fake one it doesn't seem to be zooming in a little bit like on the real iPhone 10, so I think that's fake as well. We have square mode, and finally we have panorama. Okay, so very cool. And you guys can see that if I swipe up just like I did on the real iPhone 10, it does close the application. Let's try here maps. I'm pretty sure that this is Google Maps, and yes it is. We also have here the App Store, and this is going to be basically just Google. As you guys can tell, it does have the Play Store. Now this is cool because some other Chinese devices do not come with the Play Store. They come with some sort of App Store made from China, so it doesn't even log in or require you to insert any type of email. So I'm assuming it's going to have a lot of viruses, especially this thing running Android. By the way, I believe this is Android Marshmallow 6.0. Like I said before, it does come with 2 GB of RAM according to the information that I received. But now this is not a review. I cannot confirm those specifications right now. It comes up with the MTK, I think it's the 6580 if I'm not mistaken. So you know, it doesn't have the most amazing power, but this is not intended for power. This is intended to replicate the real deal and I guess scam people out there. So here we have the settings application, and something I do want to try, other than compare it here real quick, I want to try the Face ID option. I already entered it and it did work momentarily, but I want to go ahead and just try it again by turning it off and turning it back on, and hopefully I can complete this. So reset Face ID. There we go. Let me just try that one more time. And there we go. According to this, it has read my face. And to be honest with you guys, it doesn't feel like it's working exactly the same way as the iPhone 10. It feels like it's too fast. So I'm not sure if it's reading it correctly or if it is real. Let me go ahead and unlock the device here. Let me point it to my face, and apparently it does work. So let me just try by putting it away from my face, and you guys can tell that it is not unlocking. Let me enter my passcode here, and let's try now looking at it. So right now, let me see, it doesn't work. It seems to be freezing up a little bit, so it is not the most accurate Face ID detection, but for some reason I think is sort of kind of real. Maybe it's using the regular camera to read your face. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it is, but it is very likely that the front-facing camera has poor quality, so that's why maybe it is not working properly. But anyways, let me just go ahead and unlock this device by clicking here on the home key, and you guys can see that I'm currently struggling right now. So there we go. Let me enter the passcode 1 2 3 4 5 6, and now we are back here to the main page. Okay, now let's go ahead and try here the phone app, and here you guys can see that they are quite similar as well. Let's try the browser, and I'm pretty sure the browser is fake, but it does look quite similar. Let's try here. I don't have internet connectivity right now, but let's go ahead and try here the messaging, and it doesn't have the live emojis, unfortunately, guys. It doesn't use that technology yet. I'm pretty sure that maybe in the future we're gonna see it, but right now we don't have the option here to actually enable it, so I'm assuming it doesn't have it. And next here we have music. So let's go ahead and open it here on the Real Deal. You guys can see the similarities are quite impressive. So that's kind of cool. Of course, here we have an OLED screen. So every time you guys view this through my camera, it's gonna look with a reddish tint, but in reality it doesn't look like that. This one here is using an LCD panel, so the colors look a little bit different when recording with a camera. So don't get confused, guys. My iPhone doesn't have any problems whatsoever. So there we have it, guys. I mean, this is again the second generation. I have seen the improvements. They look quite similar. Let's go ahead and try something here. Physically, you can see right there the volume rockers are located exactly in the same position. This time the thickness is also the same. They measure exactly the same, so I am assuming that cases will work. As a matter of fact, I do have a case right here. This is for my real iPhone 10. Okay, you guys can see that of course it fits perfectly well. Let's go ahead and test it now with the fake one, which is the silver color, and voila, everything is aligning perfectly well. There we can see the volume rockers. Look at the Apple logos. Everything aligns very nicely on here, guys. So let's go ahead and try that face detection one more time. I'm so curious about it, and no, it is not reading it. Darn it, this is absolutely fake, or it is very poor, either or, guys. But at least it's not letting me enter the device. I mean, I don't think it's fake like I said before, but I don't think it's the most accurate either, obviously, by what you guys just witnessed. So here we have FaceTime, and I don't think that this is going to work. Of course, it's just going to be Skype, so no, it doesn't have FaceTime. I know a lot of you guys asked me. Let me just go ahead and try swiping up, and look at that, guys. This is so cool. If I swipe up towards the middle side, it gives me here the task killer, and this time I don't have to hold and press to start killing all the tasks. I can just swipe up, and wow, this is so cool. This is so much easier than the Real Deal. That's kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and swipe down here. We are prompted to the search option. Let me see what else we got. Let's go ahead and swipe here from the right to the bottom, and here you can see the control center, exactly the same as the real iPhone 10. So there we go. Let's go ahead and try it, and here you guys can see that they are quite similar. Let's try here the flashlight, and there we have it for the fake, and here we have it for the real one. Okay, of course the real one has a much stronger light. We have screen mirroring, we have do not disturb, we have here the music quick toggle, and that's pretty much it. Then we have the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the airplane mode, and so on and so forth, guys. So yes, I mean, they are very similar here in terms of the functionality. So anyways, guys, with this being said, if you do have any questions, just don't forget to leave me your comments below. I will do my best to respond as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys on my next one.